that's not been done before. So why does Endeavour Tattoo stand out from the other shops, and can you tell me a little bit about Therapeutic tattooing?
I think, like most shops, it's about the experience you offer. Therapeutic tattooing is just kind of giving everybody a really good experience for them to modify their body, to kind of go through the experience they're looking for. Some people go through trauma or loss in life, and they're just looking for like a way to connect and to honor these people who pass in their life. Some people want to celebrate achievements in life, so it's all a form of therapy or some sort of way to feel better about accomplishments or getting over loss. So that's why I kind of tag as therapeutic, is creating the experience for people.
For me, like I used to facilitate like grief workshops and do that kind of work with people before I got my apprenticeship here. It's funny because like a lot of people would see those things as being very separate things, but I don't. I see them as a continuation of the same thing, because like most of the time when people are getting tattooed, most of the time it's for some kind of like emotional reason, even if they don't necessarily think of it that way themselves. Like people come in and get tattooed when somebody dies. They come in and get tattooed when they have a child be born. They come in and get tattooed when they've experienced a major change in life, or they even just come in and get tattooed when they want a moment of connecting with people, even if it's just to pick off the flash sheet or something like that. And I feel like somatic healing experiences, like healing in a way that is emotional and in your body, is something that not a lot of people in the Western world have access to. And for a lot of people, whether they know it or not, like the experience of getting tattooed is possibly the only access to a somatic healing experience, where they're free to talk about something that they're going through and have their body like modified in honor of the experience that they're bringing into that appointment. Whether that's a celebratory thing, whether that's grief, whether that's transformation of some kind. And we always try to work with our clients to develop a design that works with their body and works with reflecting the experience that they're trying to process through the act of tattooing. And so for me, like I feel incredibly blessed to be able to do that work with people. Like as somebody who's always been drawn to the kind of like healing arts, like I very much identify tattooing as a healing art, and I know that you do too. And that's kind of like what has like drawn us together in a professional context. And so yeah, just like being able to hold space. I've had people come in and like light a candle and bring a picture of somebody who's passed. And it's kind of like allowing the client to dictate what they need that experience to be, whether they want to talk about it, whether they want total silence, whether they want to have a comment here or there, or discuss an experience with you, or whether they just want you to hold that space for them in witness. It really is up to the client what they're looking for, but it's an honor for us to be able to hold that space.
I find it's usually like a way to release something that they're holding on to, and I've seen it transform lives on the bed many times, just to be as an open vessel, or to hold space for others, and allow their experience to create this experience.
Yeah, 100%.
Have no expectation of how it's supposed to go. Just allowing them to come in, and if they want to share and express and release whatever it is, whether it's a celebration or a loss or a pain, it is transformative, and what a blessing to be part of, to share that with people. So, it's therapy for me.
Yeah,
it's therapy for me. So.
And I feel like opening, like even the act of opening the skin is like such an intimate experience. Like people always say like, oh, hairdressers are therapists, or people who do your lashes or your nails or whatever are therapists. But I feel like there's no more like serious kind of like talk therapy or like energetic like therapy experience than tattooing, because I'm literally opening your skin. Like I'm literally like opening you up, and like not only just emotionally but physically. And I feel like that's why it can be so powerful for people, is it's this like duality of like a space where they can open up emotionally and a space where they're like experiencing this like physical thing happening with their body in a way that is like safe and regulated, and that they can have power and like dictate how they want that experience to go. It's incredibly transformative for people, and it has been for me as well, which is why I got into tattooing in the first place.
Which rite of passage is the term, right? It's the rite of passage to go through that pain that you're feeling of the tattoo, which is not usually very painful, I suppose, I mean, depending on where you're putting it, but it's the it's that that experience, the rite of passage.
That's perfect. That's it.